What's up, everybody? Welcome to Mr. T.O.P. ready to bomb the fool who dare stands up against us. Let's get the chat closed. Ooh, playing against Zurgo Striker again. Awesome. Can't wait. As far as RPD he goes, yeah, this is beautiful. You got the Temple of Enlightenment, Scalding Tarn. We got Path, Swords, a little Burnished Heart. We'll keep on this one. Hopefully we can kind of stop Zurgo from hitting that bell, and we'll get some nice little embalm action going. Let's go and lead off with the Temple of Enlightenment. See what's on top. Definitely, if we can get a land on top, we'll definitely be online for Burnished Heart. So I would definitely like to go for that, seeing what's on there, and then or some sort of cantrip. Oh, beautiful island. Put that on top. Anything else? No, we're gonna go and pass the turn. We're playing Temmet. Temmet. If you're a hard in person, at the beginning of combat on your turn, target creature token you control gets +1 until end of turn. It can't be blocked this turn. And then they have the embalm ability for 5 mana. Playing against Zurgo Striker, Striker of Bells. Zurgo can't block creatures with power 2 or greater than dash ability for 2. Alright, we're going to draw to that island. Let's go ahead and get the Scalding Tarn down. We could Swords to Plowshare, but really not under any sort of pressure at this point right now. So we're just going to kick it over to our opponent's turn, and then we'll crack and probably grab the Hollowed Fountain and get that into play. Then we don't have to shock it in, and then we'll be online for like a little double little Swords and a little Path to Exile on that, and then hopefully we can kind of just stabilize from there. Beaumont Courier. Okay. Exile the top card of your library face down whenever it attacks. Do we want to get rid of that? Is that something we want to go for? We can do it at the beginning of combat. Zurgo Striker is going to be 3 mana. I'll have to get it down another turn. We got 3 coming across. Yeah, we'll go and let it come through. We're okay. You know, if we have to block on something, we can. We'll go and let that go through right now. All right, coming in hot for 3. I get the Beaumont Courier trigger coming across. Knock us down to 27. That's going to be 3 total. Ooh, almost clicked through that. Did not want to do that. Let's go and crack one. Pay 1, crack 1. Let's go and get the... I guess we could actually go and grab Prairie Stream. Yeah, we don't have 2 bases, so we'll go and grab the Prairie Stream. Irrigation, no, the Irrigated Farmland. We'll go and grab that one, because either way, it's going to come into play tap, so we'll go and get that out of the way. And then kind of go from there. Alright, let's go and get the island down. Let's go and go for that Burnished Heart. We've got time. We can get this down. If they have something to deal with Burnished Heart, so be it. But if not, we'll be able to get 2 basics onto the battlefield, and it'll be in a good spot. Finally, we can kind of get down to Temmet, and then kind of slowly start to... If we get a token on the battlefield, that'd be really nice. We do have Sword and Feast and Fame, which is going to have protection from black and green. Unfortunately, it's not going to do much against red, but simply having that... yeah, it's a really good ability. Having that deal combat damage to a player, that player discards a card, and then untap all your lands. It's really nice. And we can also get the Scroll Rack down and start kind of shuffling our library around. Exquisite Firecraft. Okay, you got it. Now, we do have 2 sources of removal on the hand, Swords, and Path. So, you know, at this point right now, within getting rid of Burnished Heart, it's not the end of the world. So we can go to Temmet next turn. If it does, we can chump block and actually have the Embalm out of the graveyard. We need to get into our mana a little bit before we go for the Embalm ability, but we can definitely go for that. Alright, kick it over to us. Let's see what we draw into. Draw into an island. Let's go and get the island down. We can go and get down Temmet and Scroll Rack, or we have Swords and Path up. Let's go ahead and let's get down Temmet. And then let's go and get the Scroll Rack down. We can still take another combat hit right now. With the Scroll Rack, we can pay 1 mana, exile any number of cards from your hand face down, and then put that many cards from the top of your library in your hand, then look at the exile cards, put them on top of your library in any order. So basically, it's kind of just shuffling our hand away. If we can find a fetch land, then we can kind of shuffle some stuff away if we need to. But at least we can make sure that we hit the 5th land drop for the turn. And then if we do end up going for Temmet and embalming it out of the graveyard, and then we'll have something to work forward. And then if they're using all of their removal on some of the stuff we're getting out there right now, then we can get the Sword of Feast and Famine down and start connecting. If we do hit the land drop, we can simply just go for that and have some nice little untapped mana. And then we'll also be kind of push Temmet past some of the onslaught that we have coming across right now. Okay, so we get it for 4. It's going to put us down to 16. Now we're getting to the spots where we kind of need to start using these... it's not crucial, but we're kind of starting to use these Path to Exiles and Swords to Plowshares to kind of just do a little bit of cleanup duty. Trophy Mage. Enters battlefield, search your library for an artifact with mana cost 3. We can get down Trophy Mage. It's going to be another blocker. Not for the first strike. Let's go ahead and... let's go Trophy Mage. Yeah, if we go Trophy Mage, we're going to be able to search our library for an artifact. We can get that down next turn, and then we can grab one of our artifacts. Let's go ahead and grab, doesn't really matter on this one, protection from, If we grab Chromatic Lantern, it's going to turn our lanes on. If we go Worn Power Stone, that'll actually give us in a spot where we can get 6 mana and we get to the Phyrexian Rebirth. So let's go and grab Worn Power Stone. We've got to do a little bit of chump blocking this turn. We still have Path to Exile. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's going to be 5 creatures out there. So if we end up with a 5/5 Colorless Horror token on the battlefield, then that'll give us something to kind of start working towards with Temmet, swinging in with that nice little combat damage. So, if they swing with the Courier right now, as far as the activated ability goes, 1 red mana, discard your hand, sack it, put all cards exiled with it into their owner's hand. So they're sitting at 3 cards, so if they want to go for that activation, they can. But we'll see what they go for. Okay. Hail Rider, whenever a creature you control attacks, it deals 1 damage to defending player. Okay, that's going to be a perfect target for the Swords to Plowshares to get rid of that attack ability. So let's get over to the main combat step, the beginning of combat. Let's go and go for Swords to Plowshare on Hail Rider. There we go. Get rid of him. So now we're stuck with, they have a first strike. They have Zurgo Bellstriker. We can chump block with the Trophy Mage now. And then with the Ashes Zealot, we can kind of let the Ashes Zealot come through if we want to. And then they'll have 1 mana up. So, we do kind of have to play around Lightning Bolt if we do block Temmet on the Courier. But, yeah, I like it. We can make this work. Alright, doing a little shuffle. We do have Zurgo swinging in. Let's go and chump block on Zurgo. And that's going to be 2 coming across with the Ash Zealot. Okay, Zurgo goes back to the command zone, and then we still have Temmet left up. Alright, now we can simply, if we don't hit the land drop, we can tap out for Worn Power Stone, then we'll still have Path to Exile. Let's go and get the Worn Power Zone, Worn Power Zone, it's tired. Get down the Worn Power Stone, and I think we can still go and take another hit as far as them swinging in. Yeah, let's go and go Serum Visions. I want to make sure that we can at least hit the land drop or draw into something that we really want. Disallow and Logic Knot, yeah, both of those, we can put those on the bottom. And we do hit the land drop with the Island. Let's go and get that down. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass turn. Alright. So, there's 3 creatures on the battlefield. We can still go for a Phyrexian Rebirth. That'll give us a nice little 4/4 body with Temmet, giving it that nice little ability. And then the +2 will be, you were looking about 6 total coming across. So, if we go for Phyrexian Rebirth next turn, it won't be that bad. And then all we have to do is go for the Embalm out of the graveyard. Or we can simply just get down the Sword of Feast and Famine and equip it on there and start swinging in the following turn. But that's kind of what you want to do against these mono red aggro decks, is let them kind of get their threats out, just get into spots, and once you can kind of stabilize and kind of have the game go back in your favor, then you'll be in a good spot. Let's get Zurgo pop back up. Now, as far as the dash cost, you may cast it for its dash cost if you do against haste, to turn to its owner's hand at the beginning of the next end step. So, to be able to, I think you can dash out of the command zone. Should be able to. I think that's what they might be going for. Collective Defiance, 3 damage to target creature. And then, 4 damage to target creature, and then 3 damage to target opponent. You're okay with that. Alright, it's going to take care of Temmet. Oh, dang it, I meant to send Temmet back to the graveyard so we can embalm it. But it's going to only cost 4, so we'll be okay on that. And then on this one, it's going to be sacrificed at the beginning of the next end step. Okay, so it's going to be 3 creatures coming across. It's going to be 5, 6. It's going to put us down to 5. And then with the Phyrexian Rebirth, we'll be able to get some nice little stuff on the battlefield. And they're completely tapped out, so they're not going to be able to activate the Courier to get those extra cards coming across. Alright, anything else? They'll have to sacrifice that. So we'll end up with a 2/2 body. Misty Rainforest. Let's go and get that down. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We have 8 total mana. Let's go and go for the Phyrexian Rebirth. We need a body on the battlefield. Then 1, 2 off the Worn Power Stone, and 2 more. Okay, end up with a 2/2 Horror. We can still crack on the Misty to get, if they still get down Zurgo Bellstriker, what we can do is we can go for the Path to Exile to get rid of it. That way we're not just chump blocking with our Horror token. And they'll get an extra lane for their troubles. And then next turn we can get down the Sword of Feast and Famine, and then kind of, hopefully kind of stabilize from there. Alright, we got Zurgo Bellstriker coming down. If they did draw a card for the turn, they haven't just used it yet, so it may not be any sort of removal. Alright, they're just simply passing the turn. Alright, let's go ahead and crack this Misty. Let's grab that Hollowed Fountain. Now, we are getting into burn range right now, so we need to be careful as far as what we're going for. In fact, is this a burn spell? Char for 4. Nice, man. Good game. You got it, man. Okay, it's going to knock us down to 0. Man, we got, our opponent was just sitting there waiting for us to crack that Misty right there, so I'm going to throw this over into the scrap bin. Alright, everybody, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thanks, bye. What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Tana. Hope you're ready to get the compost pile going. Feed those nice little sapling tokens. Ooh, Odric. Yeah, I would love to throw you in there, buddy. Come on, have some fun. As far as opening hand goes, yeah, that's pretty good. We've got Sword of Feast and Famine, Herald of the Pantheon, Beastmaster Ascension. Yes, we will keep on this one. Protection from black and green is really not going to help us against Odric, but we'll make it work. Let's go and get the Arid Mesa down. Let's go and crack and grab a Taiga. Sounds pretty good. Get the Burgeoning down, then we'll cover our commanders and rock and roll from there. Get out the Burgeoning. There we go. Anything else, we're going to go pass the turn. We were playing Tana, the Bloodsower. She has Trample. Whenever she deals combat damage to a player, create that many 1/1 green sapling creature tokens. And she has the partner ability, which we're not running a partner by choice because I just like playing Tana. Let's go and get the Mountain down, and then we're playing against Odric. So, playing against Odric, at the beginning of your combat, creatures you control gain first strike until end of turn. And then basically it just grants everybody, hey, if you want to fly, you can fly, buddy. Odric's a very good motivational speaker. That's why everyone gets really rallied around him. I just love that. I love thinking about, hey man, if you want to fly, you can fly too. Let's go and get the Rogue's Passage down. Do we want to go for Tormenting Voice? As additional cost, discard a card. I kind of like what we got going on in the hand. We could get rid of Herald of the Pantheon. Let's go and get down the Sword of Feast and Famine. Actually, let's get down Herald of the Pantheon. Let's get that down. It gives us a little bit something to kind of, we can go Herald of the Pantheon, Voltron with Sword of Feast and Famine if we need to. If not, we can get down Tana next turn and then kind of go from there. Maybe if they have Swords to Plowshare, Path to Exile or something, maybe they exile Herald of the Pantheon because they don't really want to be playing against any sort of enchantment stuff. Who knows? We'll take that. But depending on what we draw next turn, we need to get online for Tormenting Voice, which is discard a card and then draw 2 cards to make sure we keep hitting our land drops for the turn. Our opponent is paused right now. They're in awe at Herald of the... Oh, there they go. Okay, yeah. I know. When I cast Herald of the Pantheon, it just kind of sends me for a shocker, too. I'm just, oh, what are we going to do about it? but yeah, as far as Herald of the Pantheon goes, have you ever seen Old School? If you've ever seen the... if you've ever seen Old School, Will Ferrell does a ribbon dancing scene. We have no lands. No lands. Don't have them. Quit bothering us, Burgeoning. Herald of the Pantheon, have you ever seen... sorry, I lost my... I've been recording for about an hour now, so if my commentary's a little goofy, that's why. Actually, not even an hour, about 2 hours now. Spider Umbra. Let's go and go... I want to hit the lander. We need to hit the land drop. We can get rid of that one for sure. Discard a card, draw 2 cards, and I'll finish that thought in a second, I promise. If you're sitting there... Okay, Mountain Valley. We can go get that down. That's okay. Let's go and swing it for 2. Coming in hot. We are looking at about a 14-turn clock now that we've established. The game is ours. We're going to win. Odric is shaking in his boots. His motivational boots. Alright, go to 28. Anything else? No, we're going to go and pass the turn. But yeah, Old School. So there's a not Herald of the Pantheon. Okay, I'm going to re-rack in 3, 2, 1. Alright, we're good. In Old School, if you've ever seen Old School, it has Will Ferrell. And Will Ferrell's in there. They join like an adult fraternity that are not even in the school. Like through some like... I think what he did, he gets a divorce, and they buy a house close to campus, and then there's some, like, loophole in the college bylaws that they can start a fraternity. And so him and his buddy started a fraternity, and they're all, like, I think they're all around, like, 40 years old or something like that. And so they kind of get this fraternity going, and then there's this, I'm just laughing thinking about him explaining the... the story to Old School because it's just stupid when you think about it, but it's a funny movie. We have no land drop to make. Alright, so they make a fraternity, and the dean of the college is really mad. It becomes his pet project to make sure that they can't continue as a fraternity. And so somehow they get the loophole closed, but basically they have to compete in these like collegiate events to like show that they are students. And Will Ferrell does his ribbon dancing scene, and I always think of that with Herald of the Pantheon. So it's a lot of fun. I like it. It's funny. Okay, our opponent gets it down. Aerial Responder. We just gave the synopsis to Old School, but yeah, it's pretty fun if you want to check it out. Let's go crack this Mountain Valley. I think we might go ahead and shock this. Might shock this Stomping Ground in. We got 1 basic out there. I want to have access to as much color as we can. And I want to get down Tana too. So we're going to shock this one in. Why not? Let's have some fun. Let's go for Tana. Let's get that down. And then we do have Rancor in the hand. So I thought about going for Herald of the Pantheon, but at this point right now, we're just going to leave it up on Tana. Then we're going to go on past the turn. But yeah, Herald of the Pantheon. I'll post a link down in the description below. But it always makes me laugh. It's a real funny scene. And I think the funny thing about it is, it's like, you've seen it at the Olympics. More than likely you've seen it at the Olympics. But it's where it's like gymnastics, and they have like a long ribbon, and they dance, and they do like real foo-foo things, and they kind of like, not saying ribbon dancing foo-foo, but it's just funny to me. I like it. It's enjoyable. But yeah, Old School was one of my first movies that I snuck into. If you want to do the math, you can kind of do the math. When Old School came out, I was 16, and I wasn't 17. I couldn't go to go see it, but I really wanted to see it because I really enjoyed Will Ferrell. And I was like, I'm mature enough. I remember at the time, I remember thinking, like, I'm mature enough to go see this movie. I'm just going to walk up there. I'm like, just be confident. Walk up there, be confident, and they'll let you buy a ticket. So I walk up there, and I'll go, yes. And I went to go see it by myself because none of my friends wanted to try and go by themselves. So I went to go see the movie by myself, and let's go ahead and get the land drop down. So they do have Maze of Ith out there, which is going to be a pretty big problem for us as far as swinging with Voltron-style stuff. It's going to be really hard for us to kind of get any sort of Tana action going. Actually, if we go Swiftfoot Boots, we can get around it. Alright, there we go. Let's get down Swiftfoot Boots. I just realized, like, we have an answer to that in our hand. Let's go get the boots onto Tana. So it's going to have untapped target attack. Yes, there we go. Alright, so we get Ranker on there. We'll get a few more creatures on there. Let's go and get get that on there. Cast a spell, we're going to gain a life. And then next turn, we can get down the Esper Panorama, we can go Sword of Feast and Famine and get it on there. Now that it's protected, we don't have to worry about any last minute, Path to Exile or something like that. And then, oh, the $200 card. Which one? I don't know what our opponent means by that. The Ranker? Ranker's about 50 cents. It's not 200. It's like $1. It's like $1, buddy. I think. I don't know. But we're going to swing in right now because we're going to lose Tana, so we're just going to let this go through. And then kind of go from there. Oh, the $200 card. It's like $1, man. Or maybe a little bit more. Ranker. Oh, dang, we missed the land drop for the turn. We can make it next turn. Sorry, that just had me rattled. I'm trying to figure out why, the $200 card didn't really make sense to me. Anyway, but yeah, we should have made the land drop right there. I missed through that. But we're kind of having fun with the commentary video. But, oh man, what was I talking about? But yeah, oh yeah, for the movie. So we go to the movie, and I walk up to the counter booth, and I'm kind of like, yes, I'd like one ticket for Old School, please. And she's like, can I see your ID? And I'm like, and it was like busy on a Friday night. And I was like, my gosh. I was like, I look old enough. I have a beard. And she called me out. And I was like, bummer, man. And so, yeah. So I didn't go see it. And then as I was walking away, I was really bummed. And like a senior that I knew was walking up to buy some movies. Like, hey, man, will you buy me a ticket to Old School? And he's like, yeah, sure, dude. And so he bought me a ticket to Old School. So I went to go see it. So, haha, joke's on her. I went to go see it anyway. Oh, okay. Gotcha. Oh, burgeoning it wasn't $20. Wasn't that cheap. Wasn't that bad. But hey, it's Commander, man. If you want to put a price point on there, don't. It is what it is. We're allowed to play Commander. Maze of Ith is not that cheap if you really want to add up a bunch of stuff. So, okay, opponent's getting down the Commander, and then they have a nice little soldier token on the battlefield. So with the Sword of Feast and Famine, we're going to have protection from black and green. That's going to give it a nice little... Yes, we're going to put that on the battlefield. So we're going to make up for the mistake from burgeoning. So we can get around that. Didn't make the land drop last turn. We get around that. We are online for Rogue's Passage. So we can actually go Rogue's Passage to get some nice little sapling tokens on the battlefield. I think that'd be pretty good. Opponent gets down Odric. And then once we get that saplings down, it'll be get in for 4... That'll be 4, 6. That'll be 6 total creatures on the battlefield that we can actually get the kind of work our way towards a nice little Beastmaster Ascension. All right, everybody's gonna have haste. That's gonna be 7 coming across. That's gonna be 8, 9. So we need to get some stuff rocking and rolling. We need to. And then we get down the Sword of Feast and Famine. We can untap and get down the Beastmaster Ascension the following turn. I think I like that. So they're gonna swing in. Everyone has Vigilance too. So it's gonna be a little hard for us to go from that. All right, swing it in hot. It's going to put us down to 16. We'll be able to survive again next turn, but as long as we get the Beastmaster Ascension going, we should be good from there. Okay. Bravado. Alright. So if we go Beastmaster Ascension, we're going to be they'll be able to chump block on that. If we make it unblockable, we'll get some sapling tokens on the battlefield. Then we can get down Bravado on Tana, have that nice little trample damage, and get a few more creatures on the battlefield, then slowly work towards a nice little Beastmaster Ascension. Let's go do that. Let's go. Target creature can't be blocked this turn. Tana. So we 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll get those sapling tokens on the battlefield, which will matter. Can't be blocked. All right, let's go and swing in. They're going to gain a ton of abilities, but it's not really going to matter. Let's go and swing in for 4. We're going to get 4 sapling tokens on the battlefield. And then next turn, that's going to be 7, 9, 10. 10 coming across puts us down to 6. So we're going to be a little bit far away from Bravado. The main thing is we have to get rid of the flying thing. So we're going to get those sapling tokens on the battlefield. We get down the Beastmaster, depending on how they swing in, we can go for that. And then kind of go from there. We got some nice little saplings on the battlefield. Anything else, now we're going to go past the turn. But yeah, as far as, you know, I mean, like our opponent just said that, oh, the $20 card on Burgeoning. Like, let me look it up. I don't think it's that much. But, I mean, it's just at the end of the day, like, you know, it's Commander. Don't make me feel bad for playing cards that are good in my deck. I mean, it is what it is. You know, if you want to join a budget Commander game, go for it. But simply just going for something like that, I always never really been a huge fan of that. It's just kind of cheapens. If we win, then our opponent's going to say, oh, well, it's because you got that $20 card out there. It's kind of what that, essentially, that's kind of what it breaks down to. But it doesn't look like we're going to win. It's a $14 card. There we go, looking up right now, $14 card. But yeah, having that mentality, it cheapens the win of the opponent, makes them feel like they just paid their way to win, which, hey, man, it's just, it is what it is. Okay, the creature's going to get +2/+2. Commander creatures you control get +2/+2 and have indestructible, so the entire board's going to have indestructible. Now, if we go for Bravado, depending on what we draw into, that's going to be 1. We have 1, 2. We have 6 total creatures, so that's going to be 10 coming across. I don't think we might be able to get into some commander damage. We have Bravado, Sword of Feast and Famine. We're not going to be able to get it on there. We're still going to have to tap out for a nice little Sword of Feast and Famine, though, if we want to go for that to give it protection. But if not, that's going to be 10. That's going to be 14, 16. That's going to be exactly enough right there. Hey, good game, man. Good game, man. Enjoyed it. Put too many O's on it. Exactly the card I was expecting. Hey, man, this Commander is what it is, and you closed it out. So you beat the $20 card, man. Good job. All right, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Gonti Grand Larceny. I hope you have your thieving gloves on. You got your sneakers for sneaking, and you've got your gloves on. Let's do it. Let's have some fun. Let's get the chat closed out. See who we are playing against. There we go. Playing against the Ghost Commanders. They have no name. They're actually pretty cool, and the Wizards recently spoiled them. With this Ghost Commander right here, this particular Ghost Commander, it's one of, oh, there we go, playing against Yidris, the Maelstrom Wielder, the man who rides on a horse with no name. Now, as far as opening hand goes, we've got Swamp, we've got Demonic Tutor, Double Swamps, Moonlight Bargain, Shriek Maw, destroy target non-black creature, Moonlight Bargain, Damnation. Do we want to keep on this one? Yeah, we'll go and keep on this one. Why not? We'll make it work. Hopefully we kind of get a little bit lucky with our hands. You too. Get the chat closed out. We are playing Gonti, Grand Larceny. Gonti has Death Touch whenever he enters the battlefield. There we go, that's right, Shaman. Exile the top 4 cards of our opponent's library. Exile one of them face down, then put the rest on the bottom in any order. Once we exile one of those 4 cards, when we spend our manas or any color to cast that spell. Let's go and get the swamp down. Anything else? Now we're going to go and pass the turn. Playing against Yidris, the Maelstrom Wielder, the man who rides on a horse with no name. He has Trample. Whenever he deals combat damage to a player, as you cast spells from your hand this turn, they gain Cascade. Okay. So, we do have Demonic Tutor. If we want to, we can Demonic Tutor for a, we could go for Cabal Coffers if we want to. We only have 2 swamps right now. I'd like to get a few more swamps. If not, we're going to be online for Yahini's Expertise. We can get that down and start kind of blasting some of our opponent's creatures. Or it'll put us online for a nice little Damnation to kind of clear the board up. So we may end up going for that off the Demonic Tutor. Because we just want to, I want to set our opponent back so we can get Gonti down. That's kind of the main thing we want to go for. Especially with their creatures having haste. You know, they're looking at a land drop the following turn. Let's go ahead and get the swamp down. Yeah, let's go. I'm going to go Ancient Tomb on this one. We just need to make sure that we're online for 4 mana next turn. We have Yidris coming down. We have the Haste coming across. We have Flesh Bag if things get a little, you know, depending on how we want to go to. But mainly we're going to have the Damnation kind of just reset the board. That's exactly what we need. But yes, welcome to some Gonti. If you've not seen Gonti before, Gonti is a diva. He only wants the Friday releases for himself. That's what he likes. That's what he enjoys. All right, opponent swinging to see if they. Yes, we got the Deathrite Shaman swinging in. You got it. They have 3 cards in hand. They don't have enough colored mana to go for Yidris just yet. Do we want to go for Ancient Tomb? I mean, obviously we're going to go for Ancient Tomb. I mean, do we want to go for Gonti? We shall see. Okay. Let's go and get the Ancient Tomb down. We can get a quick little Gonti. I think we're okay with that. Yeah, let's go Gonti. That way, if they do end up going Yidris, we do have the Death Touch. We can kind of block on the Yidris swinging across on the man with the horse with no name. All right, so we're going to look at the top 4 cards of our opponent's library, see what's on top. Deep Analysis, yes, come over here, buddy. Oh, that was just a, what is it called, Snap Keep? And then where's our Exile Zone? Oh, there it is. Oh, I got so scared that we didn't get it. I was like, where's my Exile Zone? Okay. All right, so we're going to get As Foretold down. That's going to be a lot of fun. Love that. And then we're just going to go and pass the turn. Yeah, I love As Foretold. If you're not familiar with the cards from the Amonkhet set, Amonkhet, at the beginning of your upkeep, put a time counter on it. Then, once per turn, you may pay 0 rather than pay the mana cost for a spell, where X is the number of time counters on As Foretold. Pretty cool. Again, it looks like our opponent will be online for Yidris, so what we're going to do is we're at least going to go ahead and chump block, kind of stop that that damage from coming across, and then next turn we have Damnation, kind of follow up with, and we can go from there. Alright, so that's going to be enough Yidris mana. See if they want to swing in. May not be exactly worth it. Yeah, alright, let's go for it. Let's go and chump block on that one. We're okay with that. I'm A-okay with making that trade. Now with the Bounty card, just combat, they're going to turn on the Cascade trigger because it does have Trample. At the beginning of your pre-combat main phase, remove all flood counters. Scroll Rack, see what they kind of cascade into with the Scroll Rack. Vampiric Tutor, okay. It's going to take care of, it's going to send Yidris back to the command zone. Send Gonti back to the command zone. Now we go Expedition Map, get that down. I'd love to get down As Foretold because I want to get those counters going. That's going to be the main thing. And eventually, in 8 turns, we'll be online for Army of the Damned. That'll feel really good. Alright, so they're going for a Vampiric Tutor. They're going to shuffle the library, put it on top. They're going to lose 2 life. See what they end up going for. But hopefully we hit the land drop. We can get down the land and then go for, if worst comes to worst, we can get the Expedition Map down, or we'll go for As Foretold. Black Sun Zenith. Okay, so we got Skull Rack, get the Bounty. Yidris is going to cost 6. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. They get another fetch land. Let's just go ahead and get the counters going on that. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. We can still get on the Expedition Map. Yeah, I like that. As Foretold, the jig is up. They know what we stole now. Let's go ahead and get down the Expedition Map. And then anything else, no, we're going to go past there. Alright, so now as far as the converted mana cost of our spells, we have Black Sun Zenith for 2, which is, don't want to cast it for 0. That's not going to really be that much fun. So it's kind of sorted out by that. That way we can kind of keep track of what we can cast from our As Foretold. Hopefully we can get it online. Alright, so we may see Yidris coming across now. It looks like a lot of Yidris mana. The thing with Yidris, though, is when Yidris keeps making trips back to the command zone, and he costs so much mana to get down, it's a little hard to... It's almost sometimes you kind of have to take your turn off a little bit. Like our opponent's got 1 mana floating, exiling a number of cards. Okay. But yeah, it's kind of one of those, for my time with you, I didn't play a whole lot of Yidris. I mean, I still play them randomly, but I found that the number of trips you send back to the command zone, it kind of gets... It's like you need him to stick on the battlefield the first time you get him down. That way you have all your mana untapped. You need to get him protected. Then outside of that, if you're playing this game where you're having to recast him a bunch of times, it's just really hard to kind of take advantage of his commander ability where they have that cascade. So, all right, so we get an As Foretold counter. Could probably end up going for a Damnation on this one. Oh, we hit a swamp. Beautiful. All right, so we go for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We get that down. Do a little bit of reset. Damnation. If we go with Henny's Expertise, it's not going to do much. Black Sun Zenith for 3. That'll put him down to 1. That trample damage will get that going. If we get 3 counters on there, it'll be 2, 1. Yeah, let's go and go for Damnation. Let's go and reset the board. If they want to recast it, they're going to have to use all of their mana. And we can't really use the... let's go for that. Let's go Damnation. Gonna blow the board up. They've got 3 cards in hand. If they have a counterspell, they have a counterspell. So be it. If not, we're gonna blow Yidris up. I think send him back to the command zone. That'll be 4, 6, 8. I think that'll be. I wish they gave you how many times it's gone to the command zone. That would be nice. I think it might. We're looking at 10 mana. That's going to be put a float counter. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's going to be 6 total mana. So at least we can kind of stop them from coming across. And if they still get down Yidris, unfortunately it's going to have haste with fires, but we can still go for the flesh bag. But we're slowly working our way towards a nice little flesh bag marauder. But Jace is going to be a little bit of a difficult thing for us to kind of deal with. But yeah. Love Gonti. I love big like high powered matches like this. It's always fun. Like the kind of like, yeah, you know what I'm talking. It's like those the shard commanders where it's like, you know, playing against Riku. Riku's always just like a gnarly matchup, man. No matter how you shake it down, it's always no matter what the build is, it's always just brutal. Okay, so our opponent's got Jace down, got the Lightning Greaves down. Pretty sure we're at 10 total mana for the commander damage. All right, put a counter on the As Foretold. Treacherous Urge. I don't think that's really that good right now. So we go Expedition Map, get that down, crack for 3, go for Coffers, or we can go for Urborg. We can end up going for Moonlight Bargain. That sounds good to us. So we crack, get another swamp on the battlefield. We're not going to be able to go for Moonlight Bargain. We only have 3 swamps at this point right now. We could go for Gonti, but I want to make sure we hit the land drop. Let's go on Expedition Map. Let's go and grab the Coffers. Hopefully we just keep getting lucky and drawing a few more swamps. Let's go and get the Coffers down. We can still tap for, it'll be 1, 2, 3, and then 4 total mana. Which, anything, yeah, not really going to go for Gonti. So we're just going to go and pass the turn at this point. If we get lucky, hit the swamp, then we'll kind of get our mana rocking and rolling. We can end up going for an Army of Damned. Army of the Damned, that'd be a good way for us to kind of get around the Jace the Mind Sculptor play. And we're finally getting to the spots where we get about an As Foretold on 3 mana. See what they're casting now. Let's get Yidris back up. Okay, so they are casting Yidris. They can get the Lightning Greaves on Yidris. They're only going to have 2 mana at this point right now. That will be 5 total commander damage. That would be, not 5, they'll be dealing an additional 5 commander damage, which will put us right at 12 commander damage, and then they have 2 mana to work with. We will have Fleshbag Marauder next turn that we're going to be able to cast for free, so that'll be pretty good. And then if we need to get into spots where we go Moonlight Bargain to be a little bit more aggressive with our life totals, we can go for that. Jason Mind Sculptor, draw 3, okay. But that's kind of the key to the game, is just kind of keeping Yidris on the battlefield to where he can't swing in. Once you kind of stop that free activation, now we need to deal with Jace. That's going to be an issue for us. So if we can't get Jace going, that's not going to be the best. They are at 12 total mana. I mean, 12 total life total, too. So something like Army of the Damned, we can get that rocking and rolling. Cascade, see if they hit the what they've got. If it's Wheel of Fortune, that's going to be a bummer. Okay, I guess they don't have a 0 mana cost in there. Or it might be in the hand or something like that. Get down Chromox. They're going to exile a card from their hand. And that'll be perfect for us to go for a nice little Fleshbag Marauder. It's not going to be, yeah, it's going to be free off As Foretold. That's one of the best ways to go for it. And then they could bounce it back to the hand, and we could go for Treacherous Urge or something like that. But I doubt this is going to be a real heavy creature build. I mean, we can always try with Treacherous Urge. We'll see what's going on. Let's see if they're casting now. They're still going to have that Cascade ability, too. It's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 total mana that they're going to be able to get it rocking and rolling. But yeah, it's always Lightning Greaves. Okay, that's good. Not going to be able to stop the Fleshbag Marauder coming across. He's mad. He wants to steal Yidris' horse. I don't know why. I don't know. The Maelstrom Wielder. I don't know why. I think that's what it is. Maelstrom Wanderer. I just imagine him wandering around a desert, and it just makes me laugh. Okay, so we've got Cryptic Command online. Oh, bummer, man. Cascading to Cryptic Command, bounce it back to the hand. Oh, we worked so hard to get that rocking and rolling. That's a bummer. Okay, they're going to be drawing 2 cards off that gush. We still have Fleshbag, take care of Yidris. Let's see what they're going for. They may be tapping out for the As Foretold. Rakdos Signet, okay. Get the Tree Speaker. Now that kind of changes our board wipe a little bit. But we do have a lot of mana with the Black Sun Zenith, so we can put some nice little counters on there without directly targeting them. So that's going to be, get the Demonic Tutor for 3. Ponder. Tap the Cabal Coffers. That's going to be 3 total mana. 4. Yeah, that'll be just enough. Well, actually, we need to get into spots where we have 6 total mana. 1, 2, 3. Hopefully with the land drop. If we hit the swamp, then we'll kind of be in a good spot. Worst comes to worst, we can always Shriek Maw on the Tree Speaker, and then go for Fleshbag Marauder on the Yidris Maelstrom Wielder. That'll be pretty good. At this point, we're still just fighting around a Jace. Okay, they're done. The thunderstorm has passed. Draw into Erratic Portal. Let's go ahead. Let's go for that Fleshbag line. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, either way. Cabal Coffers, tap that out. It's going to be add 3 mana to our mana pool. And then 4, 5, 6. So we'll have 6 total mana. 1 left over. Either way, we're going to have to tap the Ancient Tomb out. I think, actually, if we go Swamp, that's going to be 1, 2, 3. And that'll be 4. But we're going to need 5 total mana. So let's go and tap the Ancient Tomb. Let's go for the Coffers. That's going to be 3 total mana. Let's go for the Shriek Maw. Cast with Evoke on the Tree Speaker. Go for the Tree Speaker, and then we're going to have to Evoke, get rid of the Shriek Maw, and then let's go and lead off with the Fleshbag Marauder. That sounds pretty good. Dark Player sacks a creature, and it's going to be Yidris. Go back to the command zone. Get out of here, buddy. We'll sacrifice Fleshbag. Who you sacrificing? Okay, there we go. Anything else? Now we're going to go and pass turn. Alright, so hopefully we hit a swamp. I've been a little light on lands on this one. I mean, we got coffers off the Expedition map, so we're kind of due to be drawing some lands pretty soon. Then we get down Gonti. Now, as far as what we've got going on, we can go for the opponents. They got like 9 cards in hand. Yeah, so we might end up going for a Treacherous Urge. Well, if we still have the mana. We can go for a Treacherous Urge next turn. See what's in their hand. Maybe get a nice little hasty creature. Take care of Jace. But more than likely, this looks like a pretty heavy Storm build. We'll see what we can do. What we can do though. But on a side note, if you want to buy some of the stuff that Gonti steals, head over to mtgotraders.com. That's where he has his resale shop. All proceeds go to Gonti in his endeavors to steal more stuff in the future. And if you've not subscribed to the MTG Traders YouTube channel, be sure you do. I'm making a nice little mix of Commander and Modern content over there too. So be sure and hit the subscribe button. I have a link down in the comments in the description below. Okay, opponent gets down the Bloodbraid Elf. We still have Yahini's Expertise to kind of take care of that. So. But it's unfortunate. We just really haven't been hitting any land drops. So that's, you know, it's been a good game. I'll probably still go and post this video up because it's always fun seeing Yidris versus kind of commanders like this. Our opponent's going off a little bit more than we do. I always like to go for Gonti for you. But, you know, sometimes that happens. All right, so we got 7 coming across. Puts us down to 2. That may be. Hopefully with the land drop, then we can. We don't really have a board wipe or anything like that, which is unfortunate. Oh, and actually, they'll have 9 after the Fires of Yavimon. Yeah, good game, man. Good game, buddy. Certainly appreciate it. All right, everybody, if you enjoyed it. Sorry there's not a lot of Gonti action, but that's a nice little Yidris action. Unfortunately, our As Foretold got bounced back off a Cryptic command, which is an absolute bummer. But, hey, that happens sometimes. So, all right, everybody, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye. What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Sidisi, Wicked Witch of the West Coast. We're going to hit the east side of that LBC on that mission trying to find Mr. Warren G today, guys. So, mount up, regulators. Get the graveyard. Playing against Yidris. Awesome, man. The guy who rides on a horse with no name. That's Yidris. As far as our opening hand goes, yeah, this is not too bad. Pretty zombie heavy hand. We can Demonic Tutor for a Life from the Loam. Start dredging that way. We're going to keep on that. Go Gary Thug, Dredge, Carrion Feeder. Yeah, we're going to keep. Don't really want to mulligan back. I've been playing Sidisi for a little bit today, and man, it just seems like Sidisi doesn't mulligan very well. She doesn't take much liking to it. Anything else we're going to go for? No, let's go and pass the turn. Alright, so we're playing Sidisi Brute Tyrant. Whenever Sidisi enters the battlefield or attacks, put the top 3 cards of your library into your graveyard. Then, whenever one or more creature cards are put into your graveyard, you may put a, put a 2/2 black zombie creature token onto the battlefield. And we've got the Implement of Combustion. Okay, let's go and crack this Bloodstained Mire. Let's grab a green source off this one. Let's go and grab the, what is it? The, Overgrown Tomb. Put it in a play tap. Not going to pay 2. Well, I guess actually we could have got down Carrion Feeder on that one. I just now realized I forgot Carrion Feeder's in the hand. I mean, I knew it was in the hand, but I just kind of forgot about it for a second. Let's go ahead and get the Watery Grave in. Yeah, let's go and get that down. Let's go for Demonic Tutor. Let's go for Life from the Loam. We have the Bloodstained Mire. We can get that down. We can start dredging. We can play it, get down the Deathrite Shaman, and then we'll be online to kind of be a nice little mana accelerant. I think that sounds like a good plan. Let's go ahead and there we go. Makes it a little bit. I don't know why it just never resizes back to what it used to be. We're looking for Life from the Loam. Where are you? There you are. Life from the Loam. That's going to go on top. Go to our hand. Anything else? Now we're going to go and pass the turn. Playing against Yidris, the Maelstrom Wielder, man who rides on a horse with no name. He has trample. Whenever he does combat damage to a player, as you cast spells from your hand this turn, they gain Cascade. So, pretty fun. And in fact, I need to update my own Yidris deck. It got hit really hard as far as let's go and grab that Bloodstained Mire. There's a lot of that fast mana getting banned, and then on top of that, a lot of the delve spells got banned, which made it really good. So I've kind of got to rework it just a little bit. So if you're a Yidris fan and you haven't seen Yidris in a while, that's the reason why. I just haven't had time to kind of rework it, and it's something that I do like. So, but after this season kind of gets rocking and rolling, then we should be in a good spot. All right. Enters the battlefield, draw a card. Put in the graveyard, draw a card. Deals 1 damage to target player. Okay, that's interesting for Yidris, but hey, sometimes you need that spot removal, I guess. Let's go and get the Bloodstained Mire down. Let's go and crack it. I guess we'll go ahead and grab a, what do we grab on this one? Grab another Underground Sea. We do have some double green stuff in here. Let's go ahead and, it's going to come into play tapped. Let's just go ahead and grab the Bayou, I think, at this point right now. Let's go and grab the Bayou. Yeah, that sounds good. Let's get the Bayou down. Let's get the Deathrite Shaman down. If it'll let us click on it. There we go. Deathrite Shaman, and then we're going to go and pass the turn. Alright, so we're good. Pass it over to our turn. See if they make our opponent, see if they make the land drop for the turn. Get on the Arid Mesa. But yeah, so we have Life from the Loam in the graveyard. Probably going to go and dredge it so we can get Bloodstained Mire back to the hand. And then we can kind of deploy our hand out. We have Plague Belcher, enters the battlefield, put 2 counters on target creature you control. And then whenever a zombie dies, each opponent loses 1 life. So it'll be a good way for us to kind of get that down. And take advantage of it if our zombies start dying for some reason. Alright, Dredge on Life from the Loam. Ooh, and you do hit a Crater Hoof. I like that. Let's go ahead and go Life from the Loam. Well, if we want to right now, we can just straight up go Sidisi. Let's go and go Sidisi. I kind of like that. So let's go and exile a card from the graveyard. Let's go and exile the Bloodstained Mire, because we do have 2 green sources, and then we have the Catacomb we can grab, and then we can grab the Urborg if we need to. So let's go and take the Bloodstained Mire. Let's go and add, I guess it doesn't really matter because we've got the Sultai colors right there. So we'll just go and add, we'll add red. Maybe that'll give us good luck for Sidisi coming across with our Enter the Battlefield trigger. So we need black, blue, and then green. Okay. Sidisi's going to enter the battlefield, put the top 3 cards. See if we hit, oh, we hit Mr. Krabby Patties. What's up, buddy? Anything else? Now we're going to go to pass turn. Alright, so next turn we do have Life from the Loam. We also have Buried Alive, so what we can do is we can Buried Alive for Wonder and get Wonder into the graveyard. It's going to have all of our creatures have flying because we do have Water to Grave out there. That'll be a good way for us to kind of take care of, at least get into spots where we have some nice little zombies coming across, and we don't have to worry about Yidris kind of knocking our clock off with all that cascading storm spells going. But yeah, I need to get going back on Yidris. That was he just got hit. He got hit with the fast artifact bans, which was a bummer, and then he got hit with those blue spell bans, which was just like a double whammy. So I never even had time to kind of get it squared up to where I was happy with the build of it. Okay, so right now, if we Buried Alive, we can get Wonder in the graveyard. Sidisi is not a zombie, even though it should be a zombie. It would make a lot more sense. Let's go ahead and do Life from the Loam, or just straight up Buried Alive. It doesn't really matter on this one. Let's go ahead and let's go Life from the Loam. We just want to make sure we're online to hit our land drops for the turn. So let's go Urborg. Let's go Drowned Catacomb. Let's grab that Forest. It's going to be green. Alright, so we got the Dredge option. Those are going to come back out into our hand. Let's go ahead and put the Forest down, and then we can go for the... Yeah, let's get the Forest down. Let's go and go for the Carrion Feeder. And then if we want to go for Gary Thug, we can, exiling the Unholy Grotto. This one, let's go and swing in with Sidisi and get the zombie going. And we'll kind of decide what we're going to go for next turn. I mean, our second main phase. Alright, we hit Zombie Master. Awesome. Get another zombie on the battlefield. And then I guess if we need another body, we can just get the Golgari Thug down. That'd be pretty good. But right now, we've got a nice little board state developed. Once we use the Buried Alive to kind of grab ourselves a nice little Wonder to give them flying, we'll be in a really good shape from there. Alright, there we go. And then, yeah, let's go and we'll go and get Golgari Thug down. I don't mind exiling the... I'm going to exile the Arid Mesa. Let's go and add black to our mana pool. Let's go Golgari Thug. I don't know if I exiled one of our lands and our opponent didn't have a land. I might have forgotten to exile one of our opponent's lands. So if you saw that play earlier, there was not any certain reason why I exiled or one of the whatever lane it was. I can't remember if it was in the yard or not. But yeah, I forgot that Death Threat Shaman can exile a land from anywhere on the graveyard, any graveyard, not just our own. So definitely keep that in mind as the game progresses on. But yeah, we have a nice board state. We have Buried Alive to get down. We do have Life from the Loam in the graveyard, so we can dredge Life from the Loam. And then if we do hit a Dread Return, we do have Crater Hoof coming out of the graveyard too to give our creatures a nice little bonus. So at least right now on the Buried Alive, we can go for that Wander, give them flying, and then grab a few more creatures. If we want to go for Unholy Grotto, that can be our utility land for the play, and maybe grab a nice little Zombie Lord to kind of give them a little bit extra bonus coming across. Anything else we need to do? No, we're good. Okay, so let's go and dredge the Life from the Loam. Let's get that going. We do not hit a zombie off that. Let's go ahead and go for Buried Alive. Search for 3 creature cards. So we're going to grab, definitely one of those cards is going to be Wonder, because it's going to give our zombies flying. And then, I guess we could go for Vengeful Pharaoh. That way if they get Yidris down, some sort of haste will kill it. Kind of keep it off the battlefield. I like that. Vengeful Pharaoh. And then, what else? We already have the Crater Hoof in the graveyard. Let's go ahead and Nyx Weaver. Yeah, let's go and grab Nyx Weaver. That'll be a nice little utility grab off that one. Alright, so it's going to be 3 off that one. I don't think it was supposed to trigger like that. I think that was wrong. But we'll still go ahead and just kind of plow on through. Let's get the Drowned Catacomb down. Let's go and swing in. Everybody has flying right now. And then they just have Birds of Paradise to watch out for. So let's just go and send the whole crew in on this one. Alright, so this is going to be, we'll get some more Sidisi triggers. Get that flying going. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That'll be 9. That'll be exactly 10. Put them down to 12. And then if we do dredge into the Undead, let's go and get Life from the Loam going too. We'll grab that Temple of Malady, Unholy Grotto, and then the Fetid Pools. Alright, anything else? No, we're going to go and pass turn. Alright, so we got a nice little board state developed. Ooh, Cyclonic Rift is on top. That is just in time. That would have been a bummer if they bounced everything back. But I think off the Buried Alive, I don't think we should have been gotten that many zombies. So, well, at least I may end up doing is sacking some of those zombies off Buried Alive. I think it should have just been 1 on that one. So we'll at least sack those to kind of keep it fair. I'm pretty sure that interaction works, because I do remember... what was it? If you went for a Hermit Druid, he's banned now, but if you went for Hermit Druid and you tapped, and it would like give you a creature card for every single creature that you milled off that one. So that was a lot of fun. I didn't realize that's how that interaction worked. I didn't realize that was wrong. So I was like, man, Hermit Druid's busted in Sidisi. Alright, opponent scoops it up there, the Cyclonic Rift on top. It's a little bit of a shorter game, so I may kind of throw this over in the scrap bin. Alright, if you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. Thanks, bye. What's up, everybody? Welcome to some Unesh. Cryo Sphinx Value Sovereign. Yes, and playing against Zurgo. Oh, man. No, excuse me. Zurgo Bell Striker. Okay, got mixed up. Alright, let's go ahead and mulligan on this one. We don't have any lands. Yeah, we're going to keep on this one. No, I just, I'll kind of explain that, oh man, here in a second. Island, yeah, we're going to put that on top. I don't mind drawing into that. Okay, let's go ahead and get the... We have Halimar Depths. Do we want to shuffle it around anyway? Yeah, let's go get down Halimar Depths. We'll kind of see what we got. I know Island's on top. We'll see what else is in there if we want to go for. We do have Thirst for Knowledge to dig a little bit deeper. And then Urza's Incubator and the Island. So let's go and go Island, Incubator, and then Island. Okay, get that on top. Anything else? Now we're going to go past the turn. We are playing Unesh, Cryo Sphinx Sovereign. Flying. Sphinx spells you cast cost 2 less to cast. Whenever Unesh or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, reveal the top 4 cards of your library. Put in, the opponent separates those into 2 piles. Put 1 pile under your hand, and then 1 pile into your graveyard. Anything else we need to go for? Now we're going to go on past the turn. I said, oh man, because I recorded against Zurgo Bell Striker yesterday for my channel, and then I forgot that I'm playing a different commander. So that's why I was like, oh, because I don't like. I was thinking that I released Zurgo yesterday, and I don't want to release another Zurgo video. And then I was like, oh no, we can make it work. We're playing a completely different commander. Okay, so Zurgo gets in for 2. That's 2 total commander damage. Let's go ahead and get the island down. Let's go and go for the Urza's Incubator. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. We'll have 1 more island to get down. Sphinx off this one. Oh, there we go. Ran right past it. We can name Squid if we want to, but no, we're going to go name Sphinx. Get that going. And, just so you know, maybe I'm wrong on this. I don't know. But I had Phyrexian Metamorph one game. It wasn't a game that I recorded, but choose a creature type. Creature spells cost 2 less to cast. I went to go for Phyrexian Metamorph with Urza's Incubator, and it didn't work. It didn't grant the bonus to it, which I thought was kind of a bonus. Kind of a bummer. Okay, let's see how much Unesh is. Unesh is going to be exactly 4, so let's go and get that down. Get some nice little value coming down. They have 6 cards in the hand still. Let's see how they want to split this pile up. I think either way, if we go to 3 and Dynamo, that'd be really nice because then that allows us to start using our blue mana just for the high converted mana cost and we can get those going. See how they want to split it out. Thought Vessel, 3 and Dynamo, Monamo. Yeah, we'll go and choose pile 1. I like that. You know, it'd be nice to have the no max hand size, but I'll take Monamo. That way we can, it allows us to kind of untap and kind of start chump blocking. We can swing in and then untap with Monamo on our Unesh. That way we can keep the stop the bleeding from coming across. We have Ash Zealot. Whenever it deals combat damage from a graveyard, 3 damage. Okay, Goblin Guide coming down. And with the Shrine, put a red counter. It deals damage equal to target creature or player. Okay, so we do have to watch out for the Shrine. This is going to be 3 total activated mana. 3 mana to activate. Let's see how they want to. If they want to swing in, yeah, they're sending the whole crew in. All right, we'll go and jump block on this one. We might be looking at a lightning bolt or something like that. We have Cryptic Command on the reveal. I think we're okay with getting 6. That's fine. We can Cryptic Command next turn, draw a card, swing in, kind of take care of the creatures like that. Yeah, I think we're okay with that. Okay, puts us down to 18. You know, if they have lightning bolt over there, you know, we're not going to lose Unesh like that. So not Unesh is like, this is not how it happens, man. Let's go and get the island down. Let's go and swing in with Unesh for 4 in the air. Coming in hot. And then, you know, they will be online for Shrine if they want to take care of Unesh. So do we want to just kind of dump some Sphinxes real quick? This is going to cost 3 total mana. The Horizon Scholar is going to cost 2 total mana. Let's go and get some Sphinxes on the battlefield. Then we'll be online for the Cryptic Command the following turn. Yeah, let's go and do that. I like that. Now, do you want to get down 3 and down? No, it's going to cut all our blue mana. So let's go Horizon Scholar. We're going to be able to enter the battlefield. We'll get our Factor Fiction. We'll scry. But what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and sequence it to where we get his trigger on the stack first. Yeah, let's go Unesh and then the Horizon Scholar. That way we can scry, make sure we have a really nice Factor Fiction. Let's go and put this on the bottom. We'll go and put that on the bottom. Okay. Then we have the Unesh Value Train coming down, Sapphire Medallion, and Sarah Sphinx. So at this point in the game, since we have Urza's Incubator and Unesh on the battlefield, pretty much no matter what pile they're going to give us, we're going to go for a Sphinx because we can just simply get it on the battlefield for like dirt cheap. All right, let's go for, then we tap out for the Sphinx of Ut-Hun, get that down. Let's see what they're tapping out for now on this one. Burst Lightning. If it was kicked, so we got 2 damage coming up top to us, so they're going to get extra counter on the Shrine over there. We'll give it the Unesh, well, Sphinx Ut-Hun trigger coming across. Extra Planar Lens, that might be good. We can go for Extra Planar Lens. More than likely, whatever pile they go for, we're going to go for get the Shrine down because we're sitting at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have 5 total devotion, so probably going to go for the Shrine package. Depending on how they split it down. If they give us Shrine and Extra Planar Lens, that was odd. I'll take that one. And then we have the Unesh coming across. Oh, just look at this value. And then we'll go ahead and choose the, we'll go and choose pile 1. Okay, there we go. Nothing else, we're just going to go and pass the turn. We have to discard. Let's go and get rid of the, we'll get rid of the Extra Planar Lens, and you get rid of 2 more. We're going to hold on to Monamo. We'll get rid of the Island and the Clever Impersonator. I guess we can go get rid of Clever Impersonator, just because everything else is Sphinxes in the hand. Alright, so they're going to get a nice little trigger at the beginning of your upkeep, or whenever you cast a red spell, put a counter on there. So if they want to go for the activation, if they hit their 3rd land, they're going to be able to kind of blast that over, take care of Unesh. But at this point, we still have Urza's Incubator on the battlefield, so we're still in a pretty good little spot. Alright, we got the whole crew swinging in. Cyclonic Rift reveals, oh yes, I'll take that. So we can simply just, 6 coming across, we can let this go across. That's going to be 8, that'll be 13 coming across the next turn. And then with Cyclonic Rift, we can bounce the Shrine back to the hand to kind of get around the Shrine over there. Okay. Let's see what else. Riftbolt gets gets exiled. Shrine's going to be the, Cyclonic Rift is the reveal. Let's go and get the Shrine down. Let's go and swing in. That's going to be... We can Devotion, Cryptic Command, kind of tap down their creatures. Yeah, let's go and swing in right now. Coming in hot. It's going to be 13, and then we'll have a 13 clock next turn. We can simply just tap out for Shrine, Cyclonic Rift, and then bounce the Shrine back to the hand. Okay, so we have Riftbolt trigger. See who they're going to target on that one. They can send it up top to us. And in fact, in response to that, let's go ahead and go Cyclonic Rift. Let's go and just do some mana right now. So we're going to Devotion Blue. Let's go Cyclonic Rift. We could just bounce everything back to the hand. Yeah, I think we're okay with that. Let's go Cyclonic Rift Overload. So it's going to return everything back to the hand. It's going to get rid of the Shrine. They're not going to have enough mana to activate Shrine for that 7 damage because that Rift Bolt's coming across. So, Magma Jet for 2, okay. This is getting interesting. Puts us down to 2. That's going to be 3 coming across. But we still should have nice little chunk coming across next turn. Alright, we go down. I love playing against burn style decks, man. It's always fun. And then if they do get the land drop down for the turn, they're going to have 1 mana. Okay, opponent scoops it up, but yeah, you can see we're just getting Urza's Incubator out there with alongside Unesh. You can just really generate some nice little value off that. So, if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.